Hello, hello. Good afternoon. It took a little longer than I anticipated. Not really because I didn't plan for the right amount of time that I needed for the thing that I had asked help for, but because I hadn't seen that friend for a little bit. So he brought cookies and we had coffee, and it just took a little longer. I'm sorry. I'm here though, so we're gonna just it's gonna be okay, right? How are we doing? Thank you for that clip, Blue. I'm not sure if you're here, but I'm gonna use that. It's really funny. It was bad. Yesterday was bad, wasn't it? It I have to admit that I didn't pick it back up after stream. I tried, but I needed to process. How are you doing, Erin? Yay! Hi, robot. Good morning. Good förmiddag. Good eftermiddag eller good night. I don't know your time zones. People hoppas ni mår bra. Mm, mm, good doers. Good doers. What about you, robot? Hi, chemist. How are we doing today? How have you been since the last stream? Good morning, Garfield. Well, afternoon. Well, you're good morning. Blue, there you are. Thank you for the clip. I genuinely don't know how to do that. It's not during stream, at least. I could try to figure it out somewhere else, but I don't think I'll dare do that while I'm streaming. I'm pretty sure I'll mess it up. Woke up late. I'm on vacation, but I got stuff to do. I woke up late too. Winston kept us up all night. I, I don't know what got into him. He kept every time. Yes, you. Every time I almost fell asleep. He was like, "Attack!" Both me and Toulouse. So we were just like, "Dude, please, what are you doing?" And I warned him several times. If you do this, I won't be able to get up on time, and we won't be able to go for a walk because I'm just not going out during the day anymore. It's dangerous. There's too many people not following the rules, and I'm not gonna risk that. So just to prevent problems, prevent confrontation with strange men mostly. I just take them out first thing in the morning. I've changed up some of my routines, which is perfectly fine because like, what is this? I don't like this. I want to prevent things going wrong or Winston getting hurt or lost. So it's good. I actually really enjoy being outside that early. But that means that if I oversleep like today because he kept me up all night, I slept through my alarm. I was up at 7:30, and that to me is so late. So now he's angry at me because we didn't go for a walk. But I can't. It's too dangerous. So, I'll have to entertain him a little bit more. We've been playing fetch. We've been practicing the. Hello, come show your face. Practicing our little tricks. We've had whole conversations, and well, the reason I postponed stream this morning is because I needed something to be installed for him, so he won't get himself in trouble. But I couldn't do that. What are you doing? I couldn't do that on my own. So I asked someone if they could come install it, and I'm gonna adjust to their time. I can always stream a little bit later. So I just thought it was way too well, gezellig. It was too gezellig. Okay. So we were just chatting, and I kind of forgot about time. But here we are. And we'll do a sprint in about 14 minutes. I forgot to put the time codes in the VOD, so I'm gonna do that, I think, first thing. Hello, I'm Swipe Try. I'm not having a particularly bad day, but hey, stranger, you're a pretty amazing human being. Aw, you too. Don't you forget. Uh, no? What happened? Oh, wait. Hold on. Ah, okay. Okay, good. Moving on. That was just it doesn't matter. Thank you for cooperating because yeah, we need to do a little thing here as well. I kind of forgot, so thank you, Erin. This morning has been interrupted, so I'm a bit scattered, but I think it will be fine. Hi, Evie. Oh, thank you. I've had such a weird morning. I woke up so late. I know 7:30 is really early for some people, but if you're at the moment we're not quite used to getting up at 5 or waking up at 5. We don't get up until at least half an hour later. But that way I can wake up calmly and I don't get stressed from having to get dressed and get going immediately. I need to start my day a little bit slowly. But before we were a little bit forced to do the walks with Winston. The first person with a dog that I come across is at 6. 6 a.m. is the first person with a dog. So, we have to be early. I just don't. There's also reasons that we might get cornered because of the environment. So it's just, that's what I mean with dangerous. If I don't see the person with the dog coming, we might get cornered and it could go horribly wrong if that dog isn't on a leash, for example. So 7:30, that is for my comfort half an hour too late to take him out. I want to be back inside before 7 a.m. Maybe in winter, when people are less inclined to take bigger walks with their dogs, we can start practicing during the day and getting familiar with that kind of situations. But at the moment, it's summer, so a lot of people take long walks, and I get that, of course. But yeah, it's gone wrong 3 times too many, and I also have fear now combined with the potential, and that isn't good to begin with. As long as I am afraid, that might mean that he will respond more extreme as well. So we'll just have to do. So if he keeps me up at night and I sleep through my alarm, he can't be yelling at me all morning, but he does. He does yell at me. So, I've been scolded. I poked myself in my eye with my mascara. No, it's not a bad day in general. It's just that I overslept, and I hate that. Especially because I can't go for a walk with my baby. Am I missing something? So annoying when you have to schedule your walks because you might meet specific dogs or dogs that, yeah. Well, there's one in particular that traumatized Winston because that was the first dog we came across, and that person cornered me between the pond and the walkway, and also I was standing lower, so there was this huge white shepherd standing about 1.5 meters above us while I was trying to hold on to Winston because he freaked out, and that man was trying to tell me how I had to raise my cat. It was an older guy, and that was the first time we had a close encounter with a man, and it was the first time that he had the courage to go off my space. That he actually, because I follow his lead, or I did in the beginning. When if he was scared, we would go back inside, and that's how we were exploring. And the first day he was able to go to the pond. This man walks up, and I see him coming in a distance, and I warn him, like, I have a cat, can you please? And instead he walks right up to me, corners me between the water and the walkway. I can't go anywhere. Winston is freaking out in my arms, and then the guy is starting to explain to me how I can stop the cat from panicking. Sir, pretty sure the reason he's panicking is because you have a huge white shepherd 1 meter above me, and there was not a lot of space between us either. And then he got upset that I asked him to move away in a public space. Sir, you're standing, and the thing is, I was standing near the water. Here was the guy. Here's my front door. So he wasn't only cornering me between water, but also standing between me and my door. I really couldn't go anywhere. So ever since that moment, he is terrified of that dog. He's an idiot. I don't know if you saw, but I posted a story of Winston not realizing that one of the black cats of the neighborhood had sneaked up on us. And I have to give it to him. I didn't notice either, but I did notice when he was standing next to us. Winston, no clue. That dog, he sees from the other side of the park, and then he'll run home. The man, the old man, we saw him one time. I think he saw us because we were. That was when I was still trying to outside of the regular walking hours for people with dogs, because people have habits, you know. And I grew up with big dogs, so I know there are certain times that you're probably gonna meet dogs, and I was avoiding those. And in one afternoon, I was standing at the other side of the park, and I hear a door open, and the old guy comes shuffling towards me. He panicked completely. I had to run home with him because there was nothing I could do with that panic. So that was the first experience we had, and I was trying to work with that, and there were a few people that got it. You don't approach women as a man, especially in a park, unasked for, uninvited, just in general. But if you are walking with a dog and that woman has a cat, please use your brain. You know very well how dogs behave towards cats, and even if you have trained your cat, of your dog to behave towards cats, even if you have a cat and your dog is used to having a cat, that doesn't mean that you can approach me, right? If you see me without your dog and you were to ask me, sure, yeah, of course, I wish I had someone I could practice with, but not like that. Come on. So we had a few accidents where people, even though it's not allowed, had their dogs off leash. That went really badly as well. So my fear had built up, even though I tried to keep going, and because I have a right to be here, okay? It's a public park, as Sir Number One told me. But alas, there were a few men who tried to approach me a few times, one of which I heard say, "Let's go meet the strange dog." I immediately picked Winston up, looked at him, sighed, and went home. I haven't seen that guy since then, because I think he realized a little bit too late that was, what do you mean? If anything, in that situation, if he had hollered, like, is it okay? Because he had a younger dog. We could have come to an agreement somehow, right? No. God dang it. So, because I don't want that, I have just decided, you know what? Never mind. I'll just wake up. Well, I wake up early anyway. I'll just switch some things in my morning around, and I'll just prevent that I meet them regardless of whether they want to harass me, because that's what it is. From my point of view, it's harassment. You're approaching me for no reason with a dog while I have a cat. Stop it. Use your brain. What is this? But he's traumatized. White shepherds, I'm pretty sure that there will be no white shepherds that will ever be able to go near Winston, because he was so tiny. He was so tiny when that happened. Poor baby. So, I don't know. I do have plans to work on it in different ways, but it will have to wait a little bit longer. I think he has the hiccups. Are you okay? Anyway, sorry for the rant. I didn't intend to do that, but it's upsetting. It's upsetting. I slept in. I can't go out now, because if people had just used common courtesy, I could, like any other person, just enjoy the park any time of day, instead of being forced to hide in the sunrise, because otherwise people might accidentally attack my cat because they think that the rules are made just for them, and how unfair. So, I'm just going to do whatever I want. No, please, it's for everyone. No, yeah, no, the worst thing is just that we were used to getting a few walks a day in. Right before it got bad, we would go out in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. Now I can't do that. It's just not going to work. Some humans are really amazingly ignorant to other people. Yeah, especially the first guy. He contradicted himself within a minute. And I think when the second time, when I really think that he meant to approach me without the dog, but he really messed up that first time. That was so completely rude and uncalled for and traumatizing. he must. I mean, it's amazing that Winston recognized him because he was still very far away, but the moment he came into view, he ran. So hi, bye. Well, thank you so much for the follow. I mean, I do rant quite a lot, so yeah, literally common sense would have gone a long way. I don't. Yeah, thanks, sir. Move away. Like, what are you're cornering me. Please leave. Someone invading your personal space again? Well, no, because I've decided to just, if people can't leave me alone, if people think that they can just. The thing is, I grew up with dogs, so I know, and we in my hometown where I, at my early childhood, we used to have this group that came together at 7 p.m. At some point, we had a group of, I think, at least 15 dogs, and we would go on a walk with the whole pack. And I remember, even though I was like a preteen, what kind of talk some people had regarding cats and how funny it was if they were to bark and chase them a little. And some of them would even be like, go get him. So I know not everyone is like that. Not everyone is like that, but enough of them. And every one of them is aware of the interactions between cats and dogs on default. So it's just, kick him in the throat. I'll have to learn some MMA first, I think. I have an old guy living in my neighborhood who lets his dog run around without a leash all the time. The dog has tried to attack mine twice by now. Police. We now also walk earlier in the morning to avoid them. Yeah, it's just stupid because I'm telling leash maybe didn't go anywhere. Well, here it's law. It's just law, just to prevent this kind of situation, to prevent that there's trouble. And there's places where it's allowed. So, but this isn't one of them. This isn't one of them. And I do have a slight suspicion as well that there is a few of the men who try to approach me that think that why are you walking your cat on a leash while at the same time, if I were to let him out on his own, those are probably the same people that complain about like cat poop in their garden. So the things I'm trying to avoid by training him to walk on a leash. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, it will get better. I just had a bad start, and it means that I have to train him as if I got like a shelter kitty, I guess, because he has trauma now, and I will because I am. Oh, thank you for that book submission. I am pretty stubborn, so I will continue training, and we will find a way to reclaim the freedom of the rest of the day. But for now, it's early morning walks and just no confrontation. If I can prevent it, I will always try to. All right, I'm gonna shut up. It's time for a sprint. Um, if you are just chilling in chat, that is okay. I am going to put the time code in the VODs, and I don't know. I'll have to see what's on my to-do list. Let me know what you're up to. You can turn on your own music or just listen to the quiet, and I will see you in 30 minutes. Good luck. Last minute. Done. First sprint, over with. Let's take a 10-minute break and then we are going to do another sprint before heading into a power hour. And Toos has joined us. I think I messed up this tripod has gotten a new personality ever since it got an upgrade on the clip. I feel like it's never doing what I want it to do, and if I move it an inch, it's all messed up. But Toos is here. I don't think you can see her today. Maybe she'll get up on the desk in a little bit. Oh, oops. 10 minutes and then we're doing, is it even, I don't know. Hi, there you are. Ain't you? Good girl. You have to fill it. I'll do that after stream. Is that okay? And brush you a few times. I'll put her little, see, this is what was meant with Spanx. All right. Is that good? Okay. Was that enough? Or do you want more? I think she wants more. The weird thing about this is, okay, so Toos is a bit weird. I suspect that aside from having a slight learning disability, she might be a little bit autistic as well. Because she actually gets very overwhelmed when I brush her, which she really needs. She'll walk away because she doesn't like it. She gets overstimulated. But this, for some reason, this is the best thing ever. I don't know why. I don't know how this happened. But yeah. I'm done. I don't know. I don't get it. Hi, robot. I have a sense. Well, I kind of feel like everything is sentient. I talk to everything. If I walk into a table, I will apologize. I apologize to inanimate objects quite a lot, every day at least. Is that weird? Didn't you order a new one? Yes, I did. Straight up, I ordered a new one, and it was more expensive than this one as well. But it was flimsy. So I sent that back. No. And then I realized that you can get just separate clips, and all that I had broken was the clip, really, which was kind of cheap. But the rest of the tripod is a lot more sturdy than the other one I got, which is so upsetting. How is that? Doesn't matter. So I just got a clip, and now I've got. So that's also another story. One of them got lost, even though I was home. And then the next, I immediately ordered another one while I put the process of telling that, the thing wasn't delivered. I don't know, man. But I immediately ordered a new one because I needed it to stream. And the next day, it's the same guy. There's a new one. There's two of that delivery servers that come on different times and days. And yes, I have ordered enough books that I know which one. And also the other one that I like. He's just such a sweet guy, and he always has a nice comment and says hello. And he was there with the whole elbow debacle. So, but the other guy, new guy that has recently started delivering in this neighborhood, was the one who delivered the second clip the next day. And I was waiting this time. I had my door I had my door ajar so I could hear him coming, and I swear it takes me 3 seconds to go to the door, and he had disappeared. He pressed the bell and he disappeared. So I didn't know what happened. I didn't want to think that he had taken it, but that's a bit suspicious, don't you think? Because the other guy, even if my door is open for some reason, will still press the bell and knock and say, "Hello, are you actually there to take the package?" I d- isn't that suspicious? So my tuxedo cat loves being petted, but after like 5 minutes, she just bites me. I think she gets really overstimulated, but then she comes back for more. Cats are weirdos. Really, they're. I don't. I, they don't know what they want themselves. Hello, Hoop. What do I do with your name? Hoop? Hoops? Um, if you want attention, there's better ways to do that, right? You can do it this way, but there's chances that you are going to antagonize yourself, and unfortunately, that's not really what we're about here. So, if you wanna hang out, maybe try again. Hi, Freaky Koala. Also, Steinos, thank you so much for the follow. And let me scroll up actually, because I forgot. I think you followed just before we went into a sprint, and I didn't see it. I'm so sorry. Welcome, welcome. And we also have Simple Dimple. That's actually kind of cute. Hello, welcome. Thank you for the follows. How are we doing? I am in fact Dutch. Yeah, it's sad but true. Mine is sitting on my shoulder like she's desperately attempting to train as a Piper's parrot. That I love that. I wish Winston did that, but he doesn't want to. It's unfortunate, but yeah, I tried to teach him, but he's weird. He's weird. This is a fact. I was scammed. We all know this, but luckily, it's also kind of a good thing. He makes me laugh so hard. Silly cat. Silly cat. Pieces of eight? What wisdom? What are you saying? Hello? What does it mean? Listen, you guys are being way too much fun. I need to get these time codes in at the very least. I did one stream during the last sprint. That's not very productive. I'm having a lot of fun though, so it kind of balances itself out. But still, hello. You always get Dutch and Scandinavian accents. Well, I am learning Swedish, and it's actually pretty similar. Um, there's a lot of words that, if you give it a second, will make a lot of sense in Dutch, which is both a cheat a little bit because it feels like you already know the language a little bit when you start learning, but also it's a bit confusing because there are certain words that are completely different from Dutch, and then you just glitch in your brain. But they're quite similar actually. Winston would look badass with an eye patch. Well, we'll have to think of something for Halloween. I could get them something cute, a little something to wear. Winston actually loves his little collar with the bow tie. After our walks, he has a harness, right, when we go out. But he has the he I got him the collar with a bell because he was just he's a bit too vicious sometimes. He's a bit too enthusiastic. He's a boy, a little kitten. Well, he's not a kitten anymore, but he's just a baby still. Really, he's only just a year old, and my other cat is a bit slow. So she needed a way to hear him coming. So that's why I originally got the collar for the bell. But I thought might as well make it funny and cute. So I got him a blue one because that just looks very pretty on his orange coat with a little bow tie. And after we go for a walk, I take off the harness. He doesn't really like the harness because it's restricting, but he'll get used to it. He's just a bit of a baby. But the collar, once I take off the harness, he actually just waits for me to put on the collar, and if I don't, he'll go sit next to it. It's adorable. I don't know. I didn't see that. I think wisdom. I'm so sorry. That's why I didn't get it. Oh, don't be angry. Where's the rum? Oh no, where's the rum? I love rum. That actually, it's if you have a good one, I don't mind. A cat playhouse shaped like a galleon. Galleon? For three. Oh, wisdom. If you make it, I mean, I don't have room. I don't know where I'd leave it. But that does sound kind of awesome. Oh, I wasn't joking. I bet so. I bet you just find that annoying, not being able to see through one eye. He is. It's weird because outside he's not really he's so distracted by insects mostly, and if moving sand, he digs like he behaves like a dog, really, a lot of the time when we're out for a walk. If there's some kind of sand that trickles down like next to the pond, he loves that and he loves digging around in that. Um, but inside, so with which I mean, if a dog were to approach, and it happened when we still went out during the day, he just didn't notice. We're going into a sprint. Um, so I'm pretty sure he would get the eye patch off. But I do want to get them costumes, just something fun, not something too restricting. And I'm not going to keep them in there for the entire time, but just to take a picture or something, and maybe show their faces when I'm live. I think that would be funny. I think I want to give two some kind of bat wings, but I'm not sure yet what I want to give Winston. So, but we still have time to get to that. I need to shut up. I'm gonna try to finish the timestamps for the VODs. Turn on your own music. Keep each other company if you don't have anything to do. Pick up a book or do a quick workout. Was it you straight up who did a workout? I'm not sure. I remember correctly. And I will see you in half an hour. Good luck. last minute. Hello, welcome back. How did it go? This is utter chaos. It's never been this bad. I love it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's actually quite welcome. I could use it. I've had two very bad nights. I'm so tired, but this is kind of making my day. So I'm so sorry if you've never been here before and you walk into this kind of talk. There's so much lore going on. I feel like as well. I finished the timestamps, and I thought, you know what, we're going into a power hour after this, right? The point of which is to practice flow, and because I have no idea, what I can do with the brain power that I have running on Steam, really a little bit. I thought, you know what, nothing better to wake me up than this blessing to the world, don't you think? Unconsensual breath play. Do you want me to explain? Evie, weren't you here when Garfield reminded me to explain what the content warning of this book meant? What do you mean? Violate it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, Hangry Penguin. I kind of love that name. I'm so sorry for I promise. Yes, we are chaos, but it's not like this normally. I don't know what's gotten into you. Thank you for the follow, though. If you're still following us, I guess, because it's not me. This is a community effort, truly. Oh, sometimes it just happens, So, I mean, it's stormy. It's stormy here. There's angry clouds and wind gusts, and it's very cozy. But also the kind of weather that would spook all the horses when I still worked with horses. This kind of weather would mean that you had a very entertaining ride in the forest because they get all bucky and frisky. And you guys are kind of showing the same behavior. And you know what? Every once in a while, you need that. You need a bit of silliness. It's all too serious out there anyway. So a little bit of fun is not bad at all. Oh no! Hi, yes. How are you doing? How's it over there? It is the brownies. Who started with the brownies? Because that's where it all started. I think I have the ingredients to make brownies, so I might have to do that later. But I'm seriously gonna take a nap after stream because my dear lord, am I tired? God dang! And the thing is, I tried so hard to entertain Winston. Like we played several times. I got out of bed at 1 and at 2:30 to try and get him to just tired. Be tired. It's sleepy time. What are you doing? So I would play around with him and physically run around with a little string behind me because he likes that most naturally. He's training me. They rule the world. He rules my house for sure. But it didn't work. It didn't work. He would be quiet for 10 minutes, and by the time I finally drifted back into sleep, he would be like, surprise! God dang it. So I need a nap. But we're going to do some more things. After this, we're going into a sprint. No, we did the sprints. We're going into a power hour, and after that, we'll do one more sprint. How does it sound? What have you been up to, Ayaz? Good to see you. Let's all take a deep breath, drink some water. Oh, wait, we're not allowed to breathe. No, no. Wait, Evie, did you answer? Were you here? Yeah, I mean, it went a bit crazy for a second there, and I can imagine that if you're new and you have no clue what's happening, seriously, but I have to do, this is not like it's not like I said. I love this. You're making my day, and I kind of needed that because I was very tired, and starting later means that I have to stop later. So my whole day has been thrown, and I'm not very good at dealing with that. But this makes up for it tenfold. But the thing is, remember how I said that I don't really feel like I belong in the co-working space on Twitch because it's always chaos. But this is a perfect example. I'm having so much fun, but do I really? I feel like the troublemaker of class. You know what I mean? Everyone has amazing setups and like pretty timers and stuff, and I'm just here with Susan and chaos. You weren't here? Okay, I'll explain. I'm fine now. Yesterday I was a bit well, it's just embarrassing because it took me weeks to figure out what it was. The bigger question is who started with the brownies and who's not following through with the damn brownies. I looked for them, but I have to make them, Aaron, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have them. But I think I have the ingredients. I should have all the ingredients. I'll see your non-consensual breast shenanigans and I'll raise you 36 with parrot and a fucking. Dang it, wisdom. I'll raise you a Winston. I don't know. I'm not good at this game. Oh, right. I offered 2 cookies. Oh, damn it, Evie. Don't give yourself away. Don't give yourself away. Can you imagine? Ox isn't in here. Normally, this. So maybe it's not Ox. Maybe it is me. It's me. Winston has entered the game. He never left. He's playing chess, and we're all playing checkers. I swear. Yeah, could you imagine if he was here? Oh my God! Wait, before I go, I had the most insane thought last night. It's wild. For me, it's absolutely ridiculous because normally this is completely off topic probably, but it makes sense to me. So bear with me. Normally, I always have some form of question in my mind that goes along the lines of, can you imagine being that person? Can you imagine living through that? All this time, looking at the news and snippets of the Orange Man, it never once crossed my mind. Can you imagine being an American right now? Because, and it just collapsed in my brain because my brain will not believe that this is real. Because how is this real? Aaron, wait, can you share what I sent you as a good night? Like, what is happening over there? So yesterday, for the first time, my brain was like, because of that reel that I sent to Aaron, my brain was like, oh my God, I never actually, the reel that I sent you, that was the trigger for me to actually think, can you imagine living in America right now? But because it's so insane what's going on that my brain literally didn't compute. Send it. I mean, I laughed until I realized, wait, this is real life. This is real. I'm not watching some kind of weird reality program. This is not the movie, The Hunger Games. This is real life, The Hunger Games. I'm looking at the Capitol right now. What? I'm living in Pan Am. And I was lucky to be born in a decent district, but what the hell? So yeah, that broke my brain. It broke my brain. Anyway, let's move on. Watch that though, because it was good. What is happening over there? How is that real? I didn't intend that pun. It's a real, but never mind. So as you look at that little bit, at the beginning of this book, it says, it has a content warning. I have like 2 minutes, literally. And it says, this book contains consensual breath play. And the first time I read that, weeks before I actually started it, I was like, what the frick? What is that? What do you mean? All right, whatever. And then I prepped the book to read a few weeks later, and suddenly it just hit me like, oh, breath play, consensual. Just, I mean, honestly, I'm not too angry about it because it just confirms that I just don't think like that. I just don't. It's not, I had no clue. It took weeks for it to. Oh, Evie, I don't know if you want to read this because this is so bad. It's so bad. I'm kind of hate reading, but hate isn't necessarily a bad thing for me because I love the way that I'm reacting at the same time. It's a very interesting feeling. Like it's so bad that it becomes good, but I want to cry, but also I kind of want to make content with the next book. I am planning on making a reading vlog with the third book because this is the second book. There's four, and yeah. The irony is that the global elite have turned real life into a scripted dystopian reality show. Yeah! See, wisdom! So my brain just didn't compute to think of what if I was actually living there? Because it's just it doesn't make sense. How is this real? Recently broke down about haunting Adelaide. Aaron, are you kidding me? Apparently, in the in what is well, I went to the bookstore yesterday, right? We're going into a power hour, and I'm gonna yeah, real quick. So apparently, that book gets stolen a lot in that store, and it had a sign that says stealing is not very demure, very you know the meme. Apparently, that one gets stolen a lot. So let me know how it goes. All right. Yo, Evie, I'm not gonna say that out loud. It will be on the internet forever. I'm gonna shut up. The goal of the power hour is to try to get into flow. It's a practice, and especially if you're not used to focusing on one task specifically for a long time, it might be a bit difficult. So don't worry. If you fall out of it, just get back to it. Take a sip of water, have a little bit of a stretch, and just get to it again. And we'll just see where we end up. I am going to read this lovely, lovely book, and I will let you know how much I love hate it. All right. See you in an hour. Last minute. Right, that was the power hour. I don't know what's happening, but I am starting to not enjoy myself anymore. Both the cats are very restless, and Winston is now starting to make trouble. And I get it. Normally, our routine is a little, well, quite a bit different, and I get it. So I'm afraid that I do have to cut stream short a little bit. I don't think I will be able to survive another sprint. You need some attention. Yeah, I know. Winnie, wanna come say hi? How are we doing? Listen, Darlie, don't say that. I am scared. I'm paranoid. Both about things and walls and I don't know, man. I've heard some stories about people who are very vocal about certain things having their stream weirding out several people. And all their stats are okay, all their setup things are okay, but somehow stream is glitching completely. Now I just had it in my screen. Apparently nothing happened over there, but what the hell is happening? Matrix move. I haven't seen those. I really have to see them. That's really bad. I do feel bad about that because it's like cult classics, right? I did see a lot of cult classics because somehow that is worth it, I guess. It's raining so hard. I love it. I'm not a fan of both the cats being so clingy. It upsets me. um, oh no. Can I say Rahul? Or because I'm not sure how to string together and how to to put the stress and cadence in your username. But thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. How are you doing? They haven't aged well. The second one is good. Is a good CGI Harry Potter impression today. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I thought they were pretty. They held up pretty good. Hi Dopey. How are you doing? The rest are optional. Yeah, it's the first one that's most important, I think. But I mean, I have no clue. I have no clue how it ends. I just know that I like Keanu Reeves, and he's awesome. Drained all day yesterday here, but the sun is shining again today. No wisdom, no sun, no sun. I'm pretty happy that it's raining because that means that we'll have a rainy, cozy little nap. After I try to tire out Winston, the thing is, he kept both me and Toulouse up all night. So I thought I could make it the full stream, but I'm afraid that my cats do intend to behave themselves like toddlers, and today is really bad. Right, Winnie? It's bad. What are we gonna do about it? You want to play? You want candy? Oh, okay. Well, that's it. I'll get you some in a bit. Okay? Is that a deal? I already told them what I told you in the power hour. So are we in a compromise now? Okay, good. Can you give me a few more moments? Like just really seriously. Oh, oops. He's actually here. I'm not don't know if you can hear him because his squeak is quite high. I can't even squeak that high when he How do you do it? So this is why I talk to myself all day because there's a little animal responding. You can hear him. Oh, that's cute. Okay, he is now lying down in front of the cabinet that has the candy. So he knows. Ooh, it smells like a thunderstorm. Oh no. Oh no. I have to get in the shower now and get ready. But I love you. I love you, Abby. Oh, thank you for all the silly little cares. Yeah, it was much needed. It was, but it has tired me out a little bit. I feel like a kid that needs a nap after running around for a little bit too long. I'll see you soon, okay, Abby? I've had wild storms every evening for like a week, and it's been great. Oh, I'm so jealous. This is the first. Well, it's already over. It lasted for like 5 minutes. So, but it's been stormy all day, and that means that I can light the candles without feeling too silly and just have a little cozy time with the kitties. I think we all need it. Well, yesterday after stream, I had to go. I had to go outside, even though I didn't want to. But it was cloudy, so I mean, a little bit because I didn't have cat food. I had to go to the city, and then I was home late. So I mean, that also didn't help. And I need a little bit more attention. I can smell mint. Although yesterday has really made the mint in my windows. But oh, that's lovely, Wisdom. Maybe I'll try to sow some mint or lavender. Leave her alone. Oh my god. Yeah, no. He's doing exactly all the things that he knows will make me walk away from whatever it is I'm doing. And I know I trained them myself, but also I can't ignore them. They're my responsibility. I chose to have them, so if they want my attention and I know what they want, I have to give it to them. If you yell along with the thunder and the lightning, your cats might think you're protecting them. Oh, they're not too afraid of rain. Winston actually sat in the window just now, and he didn't move when the rain started to come in a little bit. I don't care about that, so I let it just go. And he looked at me like, "Whoa, what's this?" That's rain, Winston. That's the thing that you started hissing at me for a few weeks ago because it started to rain when we were on the other side of the park, and he clearly thought I was responsible, and he was very angry. He's not afraid to hiss at me. Not that he actually does anything, but I don't know. He was so upset. It started to rain, and he started to hiss. Like, just sir, I can't. It's not my fault. And then I wanted to pick him up so we could get home faster, and he was even more upset. But then start meowing. It's just one hiss, and then there'll be just like meow, except way higher. Are you ready? Okay. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry I can't do the last sprint, but I'm just gonna have a meltdown if I do, and Winston probably as well. So it's just better to close it off right here. But I'll be back on Sunday, and I don't think it's. I mean, is it? Hold on, let me check real quick. I don't think we have anything book club related. It's the week after, right? Yeah. So we'll just have a cozy stream, a chat, and just hang out. Is that okay? Hi, Pepe. Sorry that I have to close off, but it's been a day. It's been a day. So go take good care of yourself. Don't forget to drink water. Thank you for. I am tired, but seriously, you guys made my day. I had a lot of fun today, even if I wasn't very productive. The thing is, your soul needs some nourishment as well, and a day like this makes you feel a little bit more alive. In my case, at least. And isn't that the most productive thing you can do today? Try and find ways to feel a little bit happy, despite everything. So thank you. I love you. I hope to see you soon. Don't worry about it though. Look at the schedule to see what it means when I'll be back on Sunday. I do stream around the same time actually, at 1 p.m. On Sundays, and for the rest of the week will just be attempted productivity. All right. Love you. Bye bye.